Hi, my name is Laura Doris. I apologize if I sound weird. I have a cold and it's just also right there. Um, my name is Laura Doris. Um, Areas of social work practice that are of interest to me. I really enjoy, for the past 6 years, I've worked at a children's agency here in Arizona, and I was a case manager for most of that time, and just a few months ago was promoted to a program supervisor for case manager, specifically kiddos who aren't super high intensity kiddos but have we work with mostly kiddos that have been removed through DCS, or low income families. So I really enjoy that piece of it, the direct practice of social work, working with kiddos, working with families, specifically trauma. Um, we are starting something within our agency called Neurosequential Model of Therapeutics that I think is really interesting as well. So those are all sort of interests. I would love to eventually branch out and work with couples, and even provide basic sex education for children and the public, more comprehensive sex education, not just scare tactics or abstinence only stuff, but more in depth and more just uh, what I feel is missing out in the world, especially in the United States. Um, the way I think knowledge, One way I think knowledge of research methods might benefit me as a social worker, I think that research methods would benefit not just me as a social worker, but in general, me is to have a better understanding of how research is done, how to conduct research, and how certain studies are produced and developed and written out. I think so far in this program, what I've experienced is having to read a lot of peer-reviewed studies and all this other stuff that we're having to read for school, as well as stuff that I experienced through my work. But I would like to better understand it. I took a research methods class several years ago at MCC, and I think I would just like to refresh some of that knowledge as well as obviously be able to pass this class and help benefit me a little bit more. So I think just to better understand research and how it can help me and benefit me, and how it can benefit the people that I work with, especially some of the kiddos that I work with, and help educate some of the families that I work with regarding some of that stuff. Anything else you'd like to know about me? Something interesting about me would have to be that I have an older sister that not only myself, but my entire family really wasn't aware of until about 10 years ago. Um, my dad, a previous relationship for my dad prior to him and my mom getting married, never told him that she was pregnant. So I found out through MySpace that I have an older sister, so that was definitely interesting. It was kind of like a Lifetime story situation, but she lives in a separate state, so it's hard for us to kind of build that relationship and have that new understanding of what it's like to be a family of now 5 rather than 4. But something that I found really interesting is about 3 years after we found out about her, myself and my older sister, found out we were pregnant at the same time and ended up having babies 2 days apart. So I thought that was pretty interesting, that we have our daughters now are very close as much as they can be from living out of state, from each other, not seeing each other, only seeing each other a few times a year. So it's really interesting to see that connection and that bond, even though my older sister and I don't have it as much as we would like. So that's something interesting about me. I am looking forward to learning more about you guys and going through this program together. So thanks.